Okay, guys. Yo, guys, it's your boy SonTj here today with my boy MJ. We're here to talk about Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 82, talk about the chapter, the controversies, and my theory of who's the true strongest in the universe that the Oracle Fish talked about at the beginning of this arc, because it ain't gas. This man's been roasted the entire chapter, but I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't know how to feel about it.
I don't know how to feel about it either because I'm over here. I want Goku to be the strongest. I rep Goku, and here's Gas just looking like complete ass. I don't know what to say. I mean, can we say confidently, TJ, that Blue Goku with instant transmission spam is stronger than Ultra Ego Vegeta because he's fighting a stronger Gas, right?
Bro, this is again. We already got some people claiming that that doesn't matter because that's Vegeta's energy that Goku's using. So, hey man, Goku beating Jiren back in the Tournament of Power arc, that was all Vegeta's doing, man. That's his key. Uh, oh, look, man. I know Toritaro loves Super Saiyan Blue. Y'all might hate Super Saiyan Blue, but every time Goku uses Super Saiyan Blue, that man is fighting the strongest people and he's surviving. So, I wouldn't have wrote it this way, but Blue Goku out here talking crap, embarrassing people. Goku became Vegeta in this chapter. Like, he's roasting him in every...
Don't forget in the Moro arc, bro, your boy Super Saiyan Blue Goku, when Moro 73 was rocking everybody, Blue Goku came in with the Kamehameha, bro, blew half his body away.
And if you look closely, it was like the same Blue Kaioken S thing he did against Jiren. So like, hey man, Blue's winning out here.
Toyo and Toei love Blue, bro. We see it a lot. They love it.
And I love Blue too. Okay, I love Blue more than God. Hot take. But yeah, so I like this chapter. And of course we got to talk about the whole Bardock situation. I think it's no big deal. I talked about this in my last video. I think people are overreacting. You just got to accept that Dragon Ball Minus is the canon, and it's been about like 6 or 7 years now. I don't know what else we could say here. The Broly movie happened. We got to move on.
Yeah, I people are still stuck on the Minus thing. People still want the TV version, like the episode of Bardock, like Father of Goku. They want that Bardock. And okay, 6-7 years ago, that's fine. But it's obvious that's not the story they want to tell. It's obvious that's not the version they want to use. Like, it's kind of weird that when a chapter drops and it has Bardock in it in 2022, that people are still bringing up Minus. It's like,
it's the same thing.
It's
like if Tom Holland Spider-Man appears in Civil War. Okay, you're mad that it's not Andrew or whatever. That's cool. Then we're on like Endgame, and you're like, that's still Tom. I'm like, yes, like yes, we're a whole different lane, baby. Like I don't know what to say. So
that's actually a very interesting point that people can get over other versions of characters, whether it's movies, TV shows, or animes, but it seems like the Dragon Ball fandom, man, they're stuck on the green uniform, the green armor. It's again, like, I don't know what it is, but they're stuck. The only thing
that was in the manga of that special was Bardock looking at Frieza before he died. Like, that's the only thing in that design. That's the only thing in the manga. But again, I like the special, don't get me wrong, but I'm actually starting to prefer this Bardock because he's more developed. He's a lot more going on. He doesn't have, I can see the future and still get my ass whooped type thing going on. Like, he doesn't have those problems. So, yeah, so Goku hears his father's voice, and he remembers both Bardock and Gine. Now, this has been hinted at throughout the entire Granola arc, actually, like from the beginning when we see Granola have a flashback and we see that one Uzaru, which is Bardock's scar. So I'm just like, okay, so somewhat this is going to come back to Goku character development. I just felt this way. People keep talking about that Goku's not growing, but that's been a thing. Now we talk about the Oracle Fish, that the strongest in the universe is yet to be born or something like that. Like, it's left vague, and he doesn't answer anything. And when Granola gets his wish, the Oracle Fish doesn't say anything. And then when Gas gets his wish, and we even see Gas in person, he says, "Who is that?" And Whis looks at him. So it's hinting that both Granola and Gas are not the person they talked about. And guess who just got an awakening in this chapter? Goku. So again, it could be debated that Goku's already the strongest in the universe at the beginning of this arc, but it's like, you can see what I'm talking about here is that it's been leading to this point that Goku wants to know about his dad. He even said that I wish I knew more about my pops, but I don't. But I was raised by Grandpa Gohan. Like letting you know that yes, Goku hit his head. That's not being retconned. Y'all so afraid of retcons. And even though they're telling you over and over again, this stuff happened. He hit his head, all this stuff. All he knows about Grandpa Gohan. He's been raised by, Roshi, all these people. But he would like to know more about his origin. Yet he already knows we already talked about it in the Frieza arc, that I am a Super Saiyan, all that. But the missing part of Goku's whole thing, he's met angels, gods, he's met it all. But he doesn't know about his mother and father. And that's a missing piece of this character. And it's been awakened in this arc. And he has some type of electric aura around him, something like that. So I think it might be Goku or / Kakarot that is the strongest that's yet to be born and has been born now. With Ultra Instinct and with saying who you are, like who are you truly? And I think that's what it been hinting at.
I mean, this is Dragon Ball, so I'm not trying to hit you with some sentimental, deep revelation here, but it's like, think of like the real world. Think of somebody who grew up never knowing who their parents were. They always feel like something is missing. Goku has never felt that before because he hit his head. And he grew up loving Grandpa Gohan, and he grew up loving his friends. Now, granted, in the story that he never encounters Granola, he never encounters someone who knew his dad, that he never, because even Vegeta didn't know his father. So in the story that he doesn't encounter any of these people, he can go on and live the life that he has. But the fact that he met Granola, the fact that he found out that his father was on Planet Cereal, the fact that he is talking to Monaito, who knew his father on a somewhat basic level, and now that he has the Scouter, it's unlocking and triggering these memories that he never had before, because of course he hit his head. We don't know what would have happened if Goku never hit his head, and we don't know what would have happened to him. Now again, on the real world level, there's people who go up feeling like they're missing a piece of them for years because they don't know who their parents are. And there's people who have good parents, good lives, and they go look to find out who their real parents are. So, in a way, for someone like Goku, who is supposed to be a martial arts master, for someone who is training all these people who are constantly telling him, you need to become one with yourself, you need to find who you are, you need to unlock your emotions, you need to control yourself. There you go. I think that's obviously what they're trying to build up to, and I think that's what led up to this, because you can even argue that this was being kind of hinted all the way back in the Broly movie, with the Minus special kind of being put in the beginning of that film and kind of segueing the entire Broly story, which leads into this story. So I think you're right there. I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm not saying you have to love it, but the idea that this is just kind of out of nowhere, it's pretty consistent, and it's there.
It's like before all this can happen, like again, the entire concept of Ultra Instinct is about finding balance. Yes, if you're ignorant of your past, you can probably kind of find it, but if you're trying to be the strongest in the entire multiverse with people like the Grand Priest and Zeno, that missing piece is going to matter. So yes, he doesn't know about that missing piece, but again, the world is too big to not find out about this. Like in Vegeta, he actually did know about Bardock. Like I think he said that, hey, yo, that's your father. Like, like this was leading up to it, man. Like, because again, if this never happened, I always would have been upset about it, because how can you know people like Zeno, all these people that know about the entire multiverse? You're talking to people like King Yemma, who is like the king of like the afterlife, but you can never figure out who Bardock and Gine is. But you have all these resources. Like, I feel like that would be always a lost opportunity if he never met them. I think people are so stuck on Goku saying he doesn't care about the Saiyans. I think it was like a dub line. So I don't know if that was in the Japanese, but I remember when Frieza said something about, oh, well, like your father died or whatever, and Goku says, I don't care. I think that was like directly in the dub.
Yeah.
And again, Goku only said that because he thought all Saiyans were naturally trash. His own brother tried to murder him, frame one, and tried to murder his son, frame one. And then Nappa, and then he had to work to make Vegeta a decent person. So even Goku said multiple times that the Saiyans had it coming to him. Like he didn't want to learn about his mom and dad and all this stuff because he already felt like the Saiyans were trash. His own blood tried to kill him. So he's like, you know what? That's not my family. Grandpa going, all these people are all my family. That's what it is. And like my Saiyan part of myself is not naturally good. That's how you always felt. But then when he realized that Bardock saved these people and this like actually some people in his family is actually good, maybe he did want to figure that out. Like people are so stuck on Goku either. Here's a catch-22 with this stuff because people love Team 4-Star because they make fun of Goku, right? Goku's just as brain dead, and they love the Toriyama interview. Oh, I didn't mean for him to be a good guy and all this stuff, even though it contradicts his work later on. Dragon Ball fans are so in love with this idea that Goku needs to just be a dumb idiot who punches things, but also if he doesn't grow, this is the worst thing ever. But when you have Goku clearly showing emotions beside just wanting to fight people, and like actually he's been showing this throughout the entire series, but people want to use this argument. But then when he's actually talking about his own interest in life, like, hey, I have a dad that I never met. It'd actually be cool to know about him. He gets shitted on. But with Gohan, it's like, oh, I want to become a scholar and also learn how to fight. Oh, that's interesting. He's a well-developed character to Goku. I'm like, so y'all care about this character's outside feelings towards like outside of fighting, but with Goku's like, nah, man, I just need you to be that guy who gets stronger, and that's it. I don't need you to have no other range, nothing at all. Like, I don't get it.
Do you want me to hit you with something that goes even a little bit further? What you were just talking about?
Go ahead.
You were saying how, yeah, most of the Saiyans he's dealt with were murderers and people who were like just planet wipers, right? And then he goes to Namek and he finds out from Frieza that, you know, they worked for him. They were selling planets. They were dominating planets. Yeah, the Saiyans got what they deserved. But throughout the story, Vegeta becomes a decent person. You get farther into the story, Goku meets Tarble, a good-hearted Saiyan. Goku then meets Broly, a good-hearted Saiyan.
It's been linked to this.
So his perception of the Saiyan
has changed.
Yes, exactly.
And then when he met Broly, he said, call me Kakarot. It's been building because in the Frieza saga, I'm a Saiyan. Then when he met Broly, he's like, you know what? You can call me Kakarot. Even though Vegeta was the only one who calls me that, you can call me Kakarot. And then in the next few arcs, hey, what about my dad? And if he met his mom, the nicest Saiyan to ever exist, like again, I'm not expecting no Naruto Kushina. You know, he meets Kushina, cries and hugs her. I'm not expecting that, but it's like, come on, man. Like,
I think people get caught up in the theories and the fan theories, and then they have a hard time accepting what really gets given to them. And again, I'm not here to say that I'm a huge fan of this. I'm just here to say that it's consistent. It's consistent, right? But I'll give you an example. People hated Frieza coming back. Didn't make fucking sense. Frieza comes back. Everyone loves him. Golden form, Tournament of Power, MVP. Everyone loves him. You know, people don't want evil Goku, but then
Goku Black the
Goku Black, but he's not really evil Goku because he's a Kai, and they kind of wrote around it. People loved it. I'm not, and it's just funny to me that I think people are so caught up in, like, they're thinking like Goku's gonna go to grab the Dragon Balls and wish his dad back and give him a hug like Naruto did to Minato and Kushina. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's what they're going with this, but I think that's what they're afraid of, and I think that's what people are having a hard time of because they're afraid of like the theories. They're afraid of the 2007 fan art of Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. They're afraid of that stuff, and they don't want to get too fan fictiony. I feel like looking back, you know, maybe a couple years down the line, people.
We already got that with Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so like that's in that lane. So
I feel like people looking back are probably gonna enjoy this arc because I think this really isn't about bringing Bardock back to life. This isn't about Super Saiyan 3 Bardock versus Gas, him unlocking a form. I think this is more so about Goku, like what you're trying to say, Goku's awakening and him finding that last piece of the puzzle to where he can become whole and then he can actually master Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct.
You know, so.
I would say this, because people already talk about it. Well, if this is happening, because this is their worst fear, apparently, again, move on. Dragon Ball's Mind has happened. The Broly movie happened. Move on. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry. You're too damn old. But with the whole Bardock situation, if Bardock somehow gets Super Saiyan, even though we saw when Gas got his ass whooped in this flashback, we saw Bardock in an aura and blast him. That's how he won. He was not in Super Saiyan. Okay, get rid of it. It's over. I would hate that if he became Super Saiyan, but like, come on. And if Goku gets an Ultra Instinct that looks like Super Saiyan or whatever, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to tell you that. Like, Ultra Instinct, let it be the form that keeps getting stronger but looks the same. Okay?
It looks raw the way it is, bro. You ain't got to change it.
So
you know?
I would not like that, okay? So don't act like I'm just some stan or whatever, what territorial rights. Go back to the Tournament of Power, all my videos. I was roasting the shit at this man. So, Yeah, like let's. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, man. I think that this arc has been foreshadowing that Goku is the one yet to awaken, even though it's kind of like, well, he was already the strongest. Like, well, it changed when Granola and Gas cheated, and I think Goku needs to be the one that beats Gas for obvious reasons because of Bardock. Because some people say that Granola needs to beat Gas. Like, it was not entertaining. You're just seeing a cheater and a cheater fight. Who's the better cheater? Like, it's not good writing in my personal opinion. Like, Granola needs to kill Alec. Alec literally killed his mom.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Vegeta need to be doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. All the Ultra Ego stuff felt like it was kind of pointless now because I felt like Ultra Ego Vegeta should have just beat beat Granola. Then we got the Gas stuff, but I don't know what Vegeta's gonna do, to be honest with you. Like,
I'm not entirely sure either. I can maybe expect like a weakened Vegeta helping Granola, who might not be healed all the way, defeat Alec and the other characters or something. Like, again, I don't know what's gonna happen. That's just a prediction. Maybe he helps him kill Alec. I don't know. As far as Gas and Goku goes, it's like I said this way back when this first arc started, when I was taking the whole strongest in the universe. You know, you're not gonna be as strong as the gods. Very literal. I had an idea that the narrative of Goku versus Granola way back when was gonna be Granola was gonna face off against Goku, and you were gonna have the cheater, you know, bearing witness to hard work and the power of the gods. Like, you were gonna have him bear witness to like the ultimate being, Ultra Instinct. So I think maybe you just replace Gas. You replace Granola with Gas.
Granola with Gas, yeah.
And then you have Gas, who is kind of like the insert for Granola because he made the wish as well. You have these two cheat characters bearing witness to what is really the strongest in the universe and what hard work gets you, and it's this motherfucker, you know.
And all I need is when Goku goes back into Ultra Instinct and Beerus says, "Damn," and he legit just says, "You know what? I gotta hit the gym." Something like that. Like, we already got that in the anime, of course. With That's an Amazing Guy, but yeah, man. So, any last thoughts? I think we've been going on for a minute. I know how the YouTube algorithm is. And also, please hit the like button. If you're on iOS, the like button has a new animation. I got to do this at the beginning of the video because half of you are already gone now. But yeah, man. Also, make sure to say thanks, MJ, for just being on here because he didn't have to be on the video, but he's a nice guy. So I know he's a busy guy.
Oh, I appreciate it. I mean, thank you for having me on, bro. Like, I always love recording with you.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for watching the video. Check out MJ's channel. He's doing more than just Dragon Ball. He's talking about the strongest, like villain. Well, I forgot midway.
Strongest horror characters, Marvel villains, like all sorts of stuff. So.
Yeah. So we're spreading it out more, and I got some new stuff with some workout stuff. You know, hitting the gym. Got some anime stuff for y'all. So yeah, SonTj, peace. Love you all.